So today is our third attempt to put a mirror finish on a bar of copper. I have purchased a few things that I think I was missing. We'll get to those when we get to the sanding and grinding steps. But I think I finally have it figured out with some help of a friend, and we're gonna make another attempt today. As I never get all the copper out of the crucible that we've been using thus far, I'd like to use a different crucible for the aluminum, and so we've got to temper this one. So after we melt the copper, we'll temper this crucible so it can cool, and then we can start getting to the aluminum stuff that I got sitting around. But I got a fun toy to show you guys. Recently, I've been working on a mill to create this tool. It's a, we got a magpie yelling at us over here. Go home, magpie. No, I'm talking to you. Yep. This is a wire stripper. It's made out of an aluminum block, which was machined down, cut in half, machined down, and holes drilled into it. And then a razor blade is set across the hole and clamped in place. And the purpose is, as a wire passes through, it will slice the shielding on the wire, letting us get to the copper on the inside. So let's adjust this. Is that the right size? It wants to fit just, there we go. So you stick it in, push it through. Oh man, this one's a tough one. Now, it's usually easier than that, but this is such a satisfying part of it. That shield will just come straight off, giving us all that precious copper on the inside. So let's see how much copper we've got. We don't want to melt too much today, but we definitely want to clean up some of this mess and get rid of some of the clutter in my workspace. So here we go. Okay, we want this for pounds. There we go. Let's do all the power cord here first. All right. That's just short of a pound. Let's see what we can add to it to get it over the top. All right, we're gonna have to do a little recap here. The camera overheated, and so it shut off on me. But we got about 2 pounds, just over 2 pounds of copper. We've got our copper melting crucible and our future aluminum melting crucible that we're gonna temper today. So let's head on over to the forge. We're gonna fire it up, and let's see if we can do this without overheating again. It's hotter out here than I thought. While the second crucible is tempering, we're gonna hang out here in the shade. My camera's turned off about 4 times now. It's probably about 93 degrees out in the sun, and around the forge it's probably above 110. I don't have a thermometer yet, that's on its way, but it's hot. Attractively hot. If you're curious how to temper a crucible, click the note card in the top right corner. I've already done a video on that, so feel free to go visit that link, and it's really not that hard. But the reason why you temper a crucible is you run the risk of cracking and breaking your crucible if you're not careful. So by tempering it, you're getting it used to the heat. If you do it slowly, it'll help your crucible last longer. So while the crucible is tempering, we'll just hang out in here. All right, now that we're back at our mini picnic table workbench, let's take a look at what we got. So I don't know if you could tell, but I put a piece of steel down over the mold to try to flatten the top. We'll grind that piece off, but that way it'll be a nice uniform flatness all the way around. A few flaws in it, that's normal. But that's what I was trying to do. So this little bubble on the top is just where it overfilled. And then we ended up with a little souvenir, this little guy. We'll clean that one up too. So let's see how much we have. So if you remember, we put in 2 pounds of wires with the shielding. Let's take a look. Maybe hard to see with the sunlight, but it's 1 pound, 10.5 ounces. So we lost 5.5 ounces in the shielding. So there you go. Let's go clean these up and make them look nice and pretty. I'm pretty excited. That's as close to a mirror finish as I've ever gotten. This one's about 600 grams, or just about half a kilogram. But all together with all the pieces that I all the pieces I shaved off, and all the pieces that were melted with it, at about just under 2 pounds. So it's about right. Now I've got to figure out how to pour without so many flaws, but to be honest, the bars themselves, they're just the distraction. I'm actually planning to make stuff. Tune in the next week or two. I will be making copper balls. I'm going to be trying to mold golf ball size and a little bit bigger than a baseball size. I'm trying to get a 5-pound copper ball. A 5-pound ball would be used in the ball mill that I'm going to make later this summer. And I've got a few requests for some 5-pound copper balls from some neighbors. So we'll be making a few, maybe just one at a time, but tune in as we do that. But hey, I got the mirror finish that I'm after. Yay! I'm so excited. We'll see you next week.